So I have been meaning to go to the temple for December. I try and go each month for a while, but because of working so much and the holiday schedule and all the kids' things, I obviously hadn't gotten to it, and I was procrastinating as usual. So I kind of woke up this morning assuming that I would be going to the temple today and do it then. And Aaron had been planning on it too, so we woke up both chatting that, I was gonna go. So we hurry and take showers and get ready for the day. And I look up the temple schedule because I know that it's going to be limited with maintenance closures for some and holiday hours. But New Year's Eve morning I didn't think was honestly going to be too bad to find one. And I come to find that all of them are closed except for Jordan River has sessions going till 10 a.m. So it's 8:40 at this point. So we hurry and call around, see if we can find a sitter. We weren't able to reach one. And so he says, it's much easier for me to go before or after work, and usually have the kids. So we'll just have you go today and I'll go another day this week after the New Year's is over. And so I thought, okay. I hurry and get there, get to the temple at 9:30 and change. And there's a bunch of people there because they know that 10 o'clock is the last session for the day. It's the only temple open, and the decade and the year are ending. So anyone who was having goals to maybe get anything done, just for a personal goal, they had to get it done. And there was a long line of women waiting to go in. And so I am dressed, I have my ancestor name, and I'm ready to go in. And the woman right in front of me, the temple worker comes up and says, "I'm sorry, this is the point at which the session will be full. We cannot take any more people. I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do for you." And so the person right in front of me goes, and I'm like, okay. She goes, "Well, you can go do initiatories." And so I do, and that was fine. I had plenty of names to do that, so I went and did initiatories instead. But it got me thinking, we have this parable of the 10 virgins. 5 had oil in their lamps and 5 didn't. And it's kind of black and white in that they were prepared or not prepared. But that's not really the world that we live in. It's not as black and white of you're all in or you're all out. There's, we have this plan of salvation where we have all these different degrees of preparedness, of righteousness, of keeping our covenants and things like that. So I sat there waiting for my turn in the initiatories, wondering what could I have done this morning, knowing that the 10 o'clock session was the last one, if I had just showered more quickly, not maybe put on much makeup and just rushed out the door. I had loaded a few things in my car to run errands after the temple. What if I had not done that? Would I have been in that group a few people before? Initiatories, endowment, it doesn't matter what session I do. I have plenty of work to do. But it just got me thinking. I was sitting there thinking, at least I made it to the temple. At least I was able to do initiatories. But do I want to be at the end of my life caught in this at least mindset always? And how often do I do that? And what blessings am I missing out on because I'm like, well, at least this. At least I made it to church today. I may not really have been invested or moved or committed, or how many times am I living in the frame of at least? And what am I really working towards? So kind of a silly maybe analogy, but it was an unexpected experience to go to the temple worthy, dressed, ready, on time, and still not get to go and do a session. That was unexpected because I just assumed that was all that was going to be required of me. But as we've learned, so many changes are happening because more is required of us. So I don't know, my little tidbit for the end of the year is, instead of just doing with a minimum, the at least of what's required of us, it's now time to do more, be more focused, have more purpose and have more intent in our actions and not living in at least. So have a good New Year's.